So a few months ago, my university went on strike. That was unprecedented and left my friends and I with barely any classes to go to for the next 3 weeks. So we did what any other bored university kid would have done. We bought a cheap plane ticket to, you guessed it, Norway. And let's just say we were in for one crazy heck of a time.
Four seats left on this flight.
Wait, I don't have any flights here.
Wait, no. Everything's just kind of like stressed right now. It's okay, don't cry, don't cry.
So, where do we begin? Maybe let's start off with the fact that shortly after arriving and being super excited about our trip ahead, we were greeted with some rather welcoming news.
The thing is that the weather is so extremely bad.
Then there comes the problem with the quarantine, right?
Okay, so before I got rudely cut off by my own camera there, she was basically saying that 3 days into our supposed 5-day trip, Norway was planning to go on a full lockdown, meaning that we could potentially be stuck here for the next 2 weeks, or cut our trip short. But that's a problem for later.
My plan for today.
Okay, yes, let's hear it.
So I think we're driving to this beach now, and then like just to like have a look at it all, and then we'll just like figure out anything from there. Oh my god!
So we were lucky enough to stay with Ragnild and her family, and oh gosh, this house was just about the quaintest little thing I've ever seen.
I can show you where you're sleeping so you can.
Okay.
Wow, this is like the scene from Parasite.
Oh my god.
But like much more friendly.
So with our first day down and 48 hours left to make the most out of our time in Norway, boy did it not disappoint.
So I just woke up and okay, I look like trash, but you know what doesn't look like trash? This view. Oh my gosh. We literally woke up on this bed. We were like, oh, good morning. But bam! That's your view. What?
After ending off a fun and snowy afternoon of sledding and making snow angels, we headed back home for a feast and
Some very special broth, and there's also like some meat in there as well. And then you kind of add the potatoes and the carrots afterwards.
and a good night's rest. Honestly, this neighborhood felt like entering Narnia because there were just hidden gems everywhere. Like this storage place that doubled up as a mini museum for Ragnhild's family and the entire history of their family tree.
So we just came up from there through these stairs. And then this is like the second floor. What was this room for?
This was for the animals.
Or this mini lake where you could drink fresh Norwegian water straight from the mountains. venturing around the area, we decided to head out to the ski centers to do some skiing, but only to realize that they were all closed due to COVID-19. But lucky for us, Ragnild's aunt was kind enough to lend us her kids' skiing gear so that we could still do some cross-country skiing.
So we are all skiing right now. Got our gear, yes. Emma's gonna go for it because we believe in her, yes. Let's go. We're gonna go to the cabin to have a barbecue, so that's so exciting.
This looks very long.
It's like we're part of the family too.
Whew, what a day. But it wasn't over just yet.
Alright, so just like a quick update right now on everything that's happening. So basically, the Norway airports have shut down all operations on Monday morning when we were supposed to fly. So we've rebooked our flights for I think like the second time. And we're gonna be driving out from Alisson to Oslo for about like 9 hours and then catching an early morning flight tomorrow to London.
Now that we've successfully rebooked our flights back home for the second time, it was time for us to bid our goodbyes and go off on a long 9-hour drive to the capital city of Oslo in the hopes of just making it in time for our flight back to London.
This is so sad. According to this map, we're gonna reach at 6:48, and what time is it? It is 10:60, and power to her. She's the one that's carrying all of our weight, so we will keep her awake, don't worry.
But of course, it's not a road trip unless something stupid happens to me.
Oh my god! Chloe, I gotta film this, sorry, but oh my god, there's literally chocolate on my vagina. Oh my god! Oh shit!
After 9 grueling hours on the road, it was finally time to head home. I know we've only really scratched the surface of what this country has to offer, but damn, I need to go back. From the mountainous landscapes that look straight out of a MacBook wallpaper, to the hearty meals and freshly baked bread, to skiing for the first time in my life, and to the smiles and laughter and cultural exchange of stories over the dinner table, this has got to be one of the most memorable trips of my life. It really showed me that no matter where you come from, the kindness and warmth of human connection transcends race, language, and borders. Something I cherish all the more now that travel has been put to a halt. But remember that life will resume, healing will occur, things will stabilize. Stay safe.